Outlook is not looking too good. The estimates are not looking too encouraging. Do remember August sales were also a mixed bag really, and for September also we're expecting a bit of a muted sort of growth for most of the players. Let me start with Maruti. Sales are likely to be flat. Poll is suggesting a slight uptick of about just 1.5%. Do remember the base is very high. There's been a delay in the festive season. There's also the fact that a lot of key rural markets have seen a rainfall deficit as well. So the outlook going forward is also not looking too encouraging. Tata Motors, on the other hand, is looking fairly strong, especially in the CV segment. We're expecting 44,000 odd units to have been sold in the month of September. For Tata Motors PV, we're expecting a growth of 23% year on year. Now, do remember that the base is also low for Tata Motors, so that is also something that is playing up, and that is likely to translate into a higher year-on-year growth. For M&M Auto, we're expecting again a muted growth. 4% is what the poll is suggesting. For tractors, we're expecting a degrowth of 13%. 39,600 is the number that we are expecting. Escorts likely to be muted again. Slight degrowth seen there as well, 1.5% down. Ashok Leyland is likely to be very resilient. Do remember that the CV is still, despite all the concerns that are looming large on the auto sector, CV space is the one that is still looking fairly relatively stronger. So we're expecting a 16%, nearly 16% growth for Ashok Leyland. TVS Motors, again a very high base of 3.6 lakh units. So we're expecting a growth of just about 1.5–2%. 2.8% is the growth expected from Hero Moto. 7.4 lakh units is the number that is expected. Eicher Motors, again a very muted growth expected. Their growth has been muted for quite some time. I mean, their base has really expanded over the last 1.5 years, and that is something that's playing up now. 72,000 is the number expected. For Bajaj Auto, however, 12.1% growth is expected, coming in at 4.8 lakh units. Now, do remember, two-wheelers are also doing fairly well as far as the export side of the business is concerned, and Bajaj has a pretty high exposure to exports. So that is something that may have translate into a good number, Cheryl, this time around for Bajaj Auto. But overall, looking at the auto pack, it's going to be a bit muted.
And you have the auto stocks that will